Welcome to a nice sped up version of this Zentangle we're making that started with a bunch of little dots all around the page in dark blue. Around each dot we've done a handful of concentric circles, typically about 4. On this particular one we're going to keep going past 4 until I am over it. We will then move on to another. What this means is that the different dots turned circles are going to expand out into the page at varying rates. As they do this, they are going to start to bump into each other. And then instead of our next line getting confused, it's simply going to act like the first dot has swallowed up the second dot. And the line is going to move all the way around the new shape or cluster of dots that was formed. With each line we add, the shapes grow and connect even more. It's kind of like a bunch of foamy bubbles growing outwards. These also look like cross-sections of tree trunks, if tree trunks were blue, but just use your imagination. We're going to distribute our new lines somewhat evenly around the page. So we've moved up to a new section, which includes these 3 circles and is soon going to swallow up some ones nearby. You probably get how this goes now, huh? At this point, the blue is kind of taking over from the white of the page, and it's simultaneously creating a bunch of blank areas or negative spaces throughout the page, which we are of course going to go ahead and fill up to complete our Zentangle. There's 2 ways to see this part of the drawing. The first is that the circles are expanding all the way out to the edges. And the second is that the blank areas are their own new shapes, and we are filling them in by painting inline after inline until they completely shrink. This particular pattern actually produced a lot of triangles and little square shapes. Here we are filling some in. With every layer, the shape of the piece changes. So we can't go wrong. We'll just continue to vibe and see where it takes us, which turns out is this nice concentric circle bubble pattern, which I think would look very nice as a wallpaper. Maybe in a little powder room.